Well, recently we've got ourselves some couple e-mountain bikes. We actually traded Chris's XT250, which was 12, 13 years old. That was all set up for adventure biking. She won't be biking anymore, but she won't be motor biking anymore. So we've gotten ourselves a couple e-bikes. We traded that XT250 in for this Hezzo K9 Adventure. When we did the trade-in, this bike was less than a month old. The guy who got it didn't know a lot about mountain biking, and I guess the way he had it set up, it just was not nice. He decided he didn't like it. He wanted a motorbike instead. So we traded, and seeing as it is listed at $7,100 before taxes and everything, we thought the bike that she had listed for $3,800, well, how could we say no to that deal, especially because we were looking for an e-bike. We were actually looking for an e-bike for her, but that turned out to be way too big for her, so I have adopted it. The thing is, it is a 1,000 watt bike, and according to Canadian laws, that is a slow motorbike, not a regular e-bike, and we'll have to look into the laws and getting it registered as a slow motorbike instead of just enjoying it if it was a regular 500 watt bike. But the battery's good. I've enjoyed the riding I've been doing on it. Been fixing up a few things. Well, I'll explain it, some of the stuff in the ride video I do. Anyways, we'll go quickly over it. When I was looking at it, I could not find very much information. The assembly book, or the instruction book manual for it, is pathetic. Can't find anything really online about it, except for a couple promotional videos. That's about it. So I thought I'd put one out there for you. So, well, look who we have here. We got this little guy underneath the bit. Oh, looks like I stepped on him or something. Good, he's gone away. Anyways, so this is the Hezzo. This is the Hezzo K9 Adventure. It's a rather enjoyable bike to ride. It is very well powered, to say the least. Turn it on. It's got the on button right here. Just press and hold. This button here controls the backlighting on this, I believe. Yeah. Press and hold that. It goes on and off. It is powered, so there is the eco mode, and sorry about the flashing, but so it goes from 0 to 5 by pressing the up button. But if you press and hold the up button for about 3 seconds, it turns to sport mode. Okay. And in sport mode you have 5 to 0. I personally prefer it in eco mode. Battery lasts longer, and I don't want that much of an assist. It has a throttle, and people tell me no real mountain bikes have a throttle. Well, this isn't a real mountain bike. It's a lightweight dirt bike, or lightweight motorcycle, low speed motorcycle. You also have walking assist by pressing here. Okay, so that's the down button you press to get the information. Okay, display settings. So to get that, double click the eye and it'll take you through these modes. Actually, display settings, click that once with you click the eye button when you got there. So let's see, trip reset, let's go, trip reset, yes. Been cleared. Wheel diameter, maximum speed. let's go with a maximum speed of, speed limit. I have it at 60 kilometers per hour. Assist. Let's bring her down to 50. Okay, and let's see, set clock and all that stuff. Okay, good enough. Double click. We're back to here. You've also got a horn button, and you've got a headlight. Just turn that on, and you've got the headlight on. And as you can see, the front forks are actually more like a triple tree for I guess a downhill bike, or like I said, it is a slow speed motorcycle. So let's shut off the headlight. It's got 1 to 9 speeds. Right now, the way it was set up wasn't working very well. In 8th and 9th, we've tinkered around, haven't made it much better, if any. So I'm gonna have to get a friend who knows some stuff about bikes to take a look at it for me. But you've also got you have the rear disc brakes that is hydraulically actuated, center drive, not hub drive, and you've got hydraulic front brakes. The bike rides very nicely. I'm enjoying it. It's I didn't ever think I'd have a fat bike, but like I said, the deal came along and we took it. So stay tuned, I'll be going for a ride with it. Hey, let's see, take number God knows how many. Anyways, this time I think I'm gonna do it right. It's gonna ride much better. This is Hezzo's K9 Adventure. They call it an e-bike, but according to the law, this is a slow speed motorbike. But let's see how it rides down some pretty tight turny trails back of our place. Here we go. And up the hill, first hill. And this is our trail. So this is the Hezzo K9 Adventure. Like I said, this is 1,000 watt bike. So according to Canadian laws that I've looked up since I bought it, should have done that before, this is not an e-bike. It is a slow speed motorbike. But it rides pretty good. I enjoy it. I've done a lot of repairs to it since, well, not repairs. The gentleman who owned it before me, who bought it, did not know very much about assembling a mountain bike or a bike of any sort. Not his fault. He was trying to get back into shape after letting his physical fitness and health wane for a while. So you got to respect his efforts. But it wasn't very well put together. When I first rode it, there's like 275 psi in the rear shock. There was the front shock was locked out, and there was 30 psi in the tires, or better. That thing rode like a frickin' basketball. I hated it. Then I checked out some stuff, and realized that, well, that and some other things in assembly he didn't understand. So after making some changes, maybe releasing a little too much air from the rear shock, then adding more, I'm finding that a lot of the problems, things that I didn't like about this, I have ironed out just by setting it up correctly. It's a pretty decent e-bike, and I like to ride it at the lowest assist that I can. In fact, when I haven't worked really hard in the yard all day, I usually don't use very much assist at all. Today was a rather strenuous day, so I use using a little more than usual. But in my 60s, I'm out here enjoying this after a hard day's work around the yard. I'd say that's pretty cool. Like right now, I'm just riding the brakes enough, not riding the brakes, but just pulling in on the brake handles enough that it cuts out the assist. And here, where it's a little bit of an uphill, I take my fingers off the brakes and get the assist. Kind of cool. I like it. And like I said, I was working hard in the yard all day. My legs were beat, and I didn't think I had it in me to come out and ride. But this is like, I think this is my second loop. When I did the first loop, I found there was, I don't know how to, didn't know how to set up the rear shock properly, and I guess it bled out. It was down to about 20 psi, and I had zero clearance under my pedals. I don't know what I'm thinking about. Anyways, so now I'm enjoying the ride. If I didn't have an e-bike, I doubt I'd have my old 90s ProFlex out here right now after the work I did today. But anyways, pretty awesome that we can do that. And have that little assist to help us, in your 20s. If it gets you out, it gets you out. There's no gatekeeper here. And all the people who are being gatekeepers, well, 2 words for you, and they're not Merry Christmas. If it gets people out, but I strongly suggest if you want to do good mountain biking and stuff, get yourself a good e-mountain bike. Or with the geometry of the new bikes, holy jeez, they're significantly different than my high quality bike that I used to ride back in the 90s. But anyways, didn't want the assist there, forgot to pull in the brake. Here I didn't forget to pull in the brake because I wouldn't have made the corner if I didn't. But here I'm just gently riding the brake, not even enough to feel it, and I get no assist. Now it's a bit of an uphill. I want some assist. Going around the corner and up a hill here. Freaking right I want a little bit. I've done this many times on my ProFlex. It's just, I can do it so many times in a day instead of just once and then be done. It's awesome. I love it. And I think that's what e-bikes are going to do if they're used properly. I mean, so, it all depends. Like I said, if you ride it and use the assist and it gets you off the couch, hey, more power to you, man. Oh. But this Hezzo, although it's classified as a lightweight or slow speed dirt bike, it's very, very maneuverable once I got a hold of it, hang of it. Okay, you speak while you're doing this. I'll tell you this much, I don't know if I could narrate without the assist going up these hills. Okay, here we're gonna go down this one again, but we're going left instead of right. And we're also gonna get some water. There, I think the camera's bent down a bit. Let's go up. That big tree, it's one of the biggest in this little area, like this acreage here. Chris called it George. So back we go. Let's try this. Look at that. My pedal didn't bottom out. I did have the suspension way too loose. It was horrible. It was bottoming out the pedal everywhere. It wasn't the bike manufacturer's fault. It was the guy who thought he knew what he was doing when he was resetting it up, fixing it from the other guy. I should have known better. Now here is a difficult spot. It's a little easier when you're not going to strike your pedal. Right here used to be all rooted out, and that tree was in the way. It's a dead tree, and I just pushed it over one time when I was, well, I'll be honest, I tried to lean on it for balance, but it decided to fall over instead. So I just kept pushing. Now it's out of the way, much easier corner. And I can't believe how nice it is not bottoming the pedals out all the time. There we go. Oh, there was one bottom out, but not too bad at all. I'm trying to figure out, like I always used to get pedal strikes from doing this type of stuff, but not near as much as I did before I adjusted the, see, just a little bit of pressure on the brake, and you don't get any assist, and you can pedal. I love it. Go and coming around the corner up a hill. Nice thing about the camera is I could tell you this is really steep in front of me and you'd have to believe me. It's a gentle uphill. I don't really need the power here. I could get along without it, but like I said, this is my second time around after a full day's work, chopping wood, stacking wood, and just doing shit around the yard. Anyways, I'm gonna have to figure out how to, I'm finding my rear suspension a little poppy. like it wants to fling me. I wish I could find, hey, that's one thing. I've looked for the manual for the Hezzo. That's what happens when you look down at the camera when you should be looking where you're going. I wanted to know if it was still recording. Oh, all sorts of spots. I used to bottom out with a pedal. I can just pedal over. I forgot to pull in the brake on that. This is a nice flat spot. No need for the noise. That's what I mean. You can choose how much assist you want. Yeah, some people are just going to use the throttle. Oh, I should show you how I use the throttle. It's awesome. When I get stopped on the hill, say somebody falls in front of me, or I don't make it, got to reposition. Well, I use the throttle to just get me going. Just gets you going a little faster than walking assist. Then you let off the throttle and you ride. You pedal. It's awesome. I mean, might as well use the tools you have, right? A little bit up here. And this is just a gentle up, but my legs are... right now my legs are wet noodles. So I'm going to use the assist. And I have it bottomed out. I'm going to try the hard way. 2 trees and a rock, all in the wrong spot. Well, the right spot for a good obstacle. You got to come between the trees with control and then miss the rock. This is just a gentle downhill. You can coast if you want, but I prefer not even apply the brakes a little bit so I have to pedal against them. Yeah, you got to change your pads a little more. But what the hell? I'm out here to pedal. Now this is the hard part. I won't do in the other direction. And I used to always hit my pedal on the uphill side of this. If you look, you can see it's a little off camber. So it was really hard to pedal because every time your left pedal would come around, it would hit. But since I fixed the bike, well, fixed my error in setting up the bike, it's riding beautifully. Did that very nicely. What a difference. This one I'm still okay, pedal, throttle assist. I'm going to use walk assist. Pedal's just too fast for this. So just, you gotta have the right pedal up too. I'm gonna move this tree back. Okay, now take my finger off the brake, get a little bit of a walking assist. We don't need any assist through this, because we have gravity. It's not that steep, it's enough to keep you rolling. Of course, here it gets a little steeper. A little windier. And then it gets very steep. in my driveway. I increased the assist because coming up here, just a steep little climb to get into my driveway. So that's my ride-in review of the Hezzo K9 Adventure. It's a nice bike. I've been enjoying riding it. Unfortunately, because it is legally a slow motorbike, I may not be able to ride it in all the places I want to. I'm going to have to look into that. Would I have made the trade if I knew that? I don't think I would have. But if you're looking for a bike that maybe you're not going to be using on trails, like mountain bike trails and places like that, it might be a really good bike for you. Like when we're getting a new vehicle for overlanding, and when we put a bike carrier on that, that might be the perfect vehicle to have, or the perfect mountain bike to have in that situation. We'll see what happens, and I'll let you know. Have a good day.